Hey guys, how's everyone doing tonight? Let me know what you guys plan on reading. I have my book here and I went to the library, so I thought I would also show you guys what I got at the library today. Hello, Sue, and Catherine. Froxus is here. Hello, Lindsay. You're doing well. That's good. Always good to hear. Hi, Susan. Oh, the Children of Huron. That's one that I have on my shelf and don't know if I will ever get to. Maybe one day. We'll see. Hello, Emily. Hey, Sarah. Hero of Ages. Are you still making your way through because you're not enjoying it? Or, it's summer, so I also understand that books can take a while. Just curious if you're enjoying it. Hello. Whoa, this comments are going too fast for me here. The Air Affair. I feel like I know that one, but I'm blanking. Welcome here. What Katie did. The Witching Hour. Hester. Oh, Roxa says the Air Affair is great and funny. Welcome. Need motivation to read? Well, hopefully this will be it. I haven't really had a chance to read all day, so I'm also hoping this will be motivation to read. Reading That Sounds Fun. Oh no, Lindsay, minor eye surgery on both eyelids. Was that planned? That doesn't sound good. Courting can be a killer. Okay, Amanda Flower, I read one of her books, and I'm blanking on which one it was. Does she have multiple series? Like, is Courting Can Be a Killer, is that part of a series? Finishing dinner, then read tomorrow times 3 or work on a puzzle of Jane Austen covers. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, apparently I need to read The Air Affair here. Welcome here, Margaret. Welcome. Listening to Death on the Nile. Agatha Christie's always a good option. Don't know which book you're starting next. Solo parenting this week. Husband out of town. Yeah, so just see what you can do. Play it by ear, right? Welcome here. The Endless Step. I've heard of that one too. Like I always say, I need to see the covers. You're enjoying The Hero of Ages. I feel like the pacing is a bit slow in the middle. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about your father, Sarah. That's definitely can make reading. Sometimes in times like that, I find I dive into reading to escape. But then also other times it's like so much going on that it's hard to read. And the Dead Shall Rise, a nonfiction about crime in Atlanta. Oh, cool. Welcome. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight? Okay, went for your first appointment with a surgeon, then I waited months to see a cyst in the corners. Ooh, yeah. Ephraim had eye surgery when he was 3, like to tighten the muscles in his eyes. And I'm not like squeamish necessarily when it comes to eyes. I have contacts that I wear or whatever. But I didn't realize after his surgery, like his whole eyeball swelled up. They kind of look like they were popping out. Makes my eyes just like water thinking about it. Reading Blood for Blood. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. I really like her books. Reading Pyramid Scheme by Eric Flint. 90s academics get sent back to Odyssey and struggle to survive. Froxus, you're always reading something interesting. Welcome here. Amanda Flower has several cozy mystery series. Okay, I wasn't I know she writes a lot of cozy mystery, but I wasn't sure if there was like separate series going on or what. Hi, Cami. The Airfare is a mystery. Oh, it's the Jasper Ford book. That's why it sounds so familiar. This is why I need covers. I've been meaning to read that book forever. I started it once and I don't think I even got the first chapter in. But I've always wanted to read it because the people that I know that love Jasper Ford like the same kinds of books as me. So I need to give it a try sometime. Just got back from a new to me secondhand bookstore. It was amazing. Oh, that's awesome. A whole section of Christian fiction. That's great. Hero of Ages might not be the book to read right now. Yeah, that's hard. Hey, Ashley. What Happens Next and A Chapter from a Praying Life. Those are both really good books. Reading Tress, yes. Another lover of Blood for Blood, which reading this comment makes I understand it, but it sounds a little vampire-y. Lessons in Chemistry. Cammy's reading The Hiding Place. Tried to join Krista's group read, but it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I never got to The Hiding Place in May either. I really wanted to reread it. I wanted to buy that like beautiful illustrated edition that I'm pretty sure she has. She has the Heinz Feet in High Places in, and I'm pretty sure The Hiding Place as well. But I didn't get to it, so I can understand. Hey, Lisa, reading The Kings of the Wild. It's your husband's pick. And sometimes have quite different reading tastes. Okay. Well, I'm going to quickly talk about what I'm going to read because Lisa was my patron who picked Ready Player One for me. And I only have like 20 pages left, which I think I'm just going to finish that here right away. And then I started Where Darkness Dwells like a couple days ago. And just barely started it. Don't really know what's going on yet. So I think this will be pretty quick. Things are happening really fast right now. And then I'm going to read that. That's my plan. And my chair squeaks. So if you hear awkward squeaking, that's what it is. Just finished The Coming Storm by Regina Hansen. It's very good. I have to look it up. I have to like go through the comments after the lives and remember what you guys have all recommended. Okay, so this is just some numbing. Then they removed the cyst and cauterized it. Oh, yeah, I had a blood vessel cauterized in my nose last year. It felt like I was kicked in the face by a horse. So, yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully you heal. Mostly a lurker. Wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi. I understand lurkers. My husband is one of those people online. He doesn't say things online, but watches things. So I know there's lurkers out there. Cousin keeps telling you to read it. Is that Blood for Blood that you're talking about? Now have you read Wolf by Wolf? That's the first one, right? And then Blood for Blood. Unless you're talking about a different book. You're reading I Was Anastasia. Nice. Welcome here. Yes, I saw your message, Lisa. I was gonna finish the book and then let you know what I thought of Ready Player One. But it's definitely picking up. I liked Ready Player One. Ready Player Two was basically a rehash of book one just 10 or so years later. Because Ready Player Two was written so much later, it seems like a money grab to me. I don't think I would read it, but Jill's reading Shadow and Bone. K.M. Shea has cozy books. I just got the Magical Beings Rehabilitation Center series. I've never heard of that one. Hello, Holly. Welcome to the other side of the reading sprints. Wormwood Abbey and Hey Jude Carpenter, and you loved The Hiding Place. I don't know how many times I've read The Hiding Place, but it's a good one. It always hits me. There's like certain parts of the story that get me every time. Reading Medusa. I've never heard of that one. Just finished The Heir and the Spare and loved it. Yes. It was actually Ashley from Ashley's Bookshelf. She's the one that originally introduced me to Kate Stradling, and she was talking about The Heir and the Spare for a long time before I picked it up. And I'm glad you loved it. It's dark, but it's good. Rereading the third Wingfeather book, another good one, and in the middle of The Elusive Truth of Lily Temple. I need to read that one yet. Okay, so you have read Wolf by Wolf. And okay, yep. I get it now. Holly, still finishing Hugo Cabret, Distracted by Robinson Crusoe and King's Feather. Yeah, reading distractions happen. And Hugo Cabret, I mean, you can fly through multiple pages, right? Welcome here. I'm trying to. I don't remember in that duology because I read them back to back or pretty close. I don't remember what happens in each one, so I can't separate them. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, that's Tolkien over there. There's a little bit of his fur coming down. I'm assuming at one point he's going to be wanting to let out, and then that's an ear. Oh, he's normally facing the other way, but yeah, that's his ear and his excess fur. Okay, well, we should get some reading done. I would really like to finish Ready Player One for this first thing. Oh, no. I have my library books right here because I was worried I was going to forget. I'll do a quick little library haul, and then we'll do a reading sprint. Random assortment of books. The first two are the next ones that I'm reading in the Snow White with Red Hair series. So book 7 and book 8 has an awkward cover. I got these out from the library a while ago, and I wasn't in a manga mood, so I brought them back, and I got them again. This series, I don't know how many books there are. It's definitely dragging a bit. I feel like we're kind of looping some of the same things over and again, but manga is like a really nice palate cleanser after reading other books, so I got those. And then I made a mistake. Everybody is reading the Timeless series, and so I wanted to jump in, but I requested book 2 from the library, but not book 1. So I've now requested book 1. We'll see if I can get that and read that first and then read this. I'm assuming this one will have to go back before I get to it. This one was Stacy, Wandering Stacy. I'm so bad at like blanking on channel names. The Marlowe Murder Club. I'm pretty sure it was her video recently that she talked about it, and it sounded interesting because it's a 77-year-old woman and some kind of mystery. She joins some other old ladies, maybe Susie, Salt of the Earth dog walker, and Bex, the prim and proper wife of the local vicar, and they are the Marlowe Murder Club. So it sounds like it's up my alley. And then the last book, this is a bit of a tangent. So in June for my Patreon book club, Froxus was talking about the Selection series, which I read years ago. And then in July, Carly mentioned that she read A Thousand Heartbeats because of that. Anyway, so I got A Thousand Heartbeats out because I don't know if Kira Cass is still writing books. This one's 2022. I think other than this one, I've read most of hers. I didn't realize how big it was, so we'll see what I actually get to for all of that. But I doubt I'll be able to read them all. That's what I got. Okay, now I'm a little behind. Let's see here. Okay, so Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood were equally good. I really don't remember which one's like what happens. Have you heard that if you own 1,000 or more books, you have library status? Oh, well, I'm there. Really, really liked Robinson Crusoe. It was definitely a product of its time. I always have to think Robinson Crusoe, Treasure Island. Like my brain meshes them together. I didn't love it. Approaching 1,000th read book on Goodreads. And that should qualify. Yes, Holly, that's brilliant. Now I got to see how many books I've read on Goodreads. Does it say? It froze. I always have Goodreads issues. Well, that's. Oh, I'm at 1,276. So let's be librarians together. 2 books. Elisa Kleypas book or Kindle book. Feels like summer. Oh, okay. I haven't read either of those. 23 Snow White with red hair. Yeah, so I'm a little behind, but that's okay. Hey, Katie. Oh, sorry your trip got cut short. Oh, no, 26 books. Yeah, okay. It'll be a while before I catch up. I have no idea what happens. Is that what happens in Timeless? She's dating 2 different people. Well, I don't want to read the back of this one because it's the second book. Oh, that does sound weird. I just know it's something to do with time travel, and everyone's talking about it, and I'm over here in my corner having FOMO. So, Peony by Pearl Buck. I feel like I've seen that one, but I don't know. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well. No, I don't. I don't know how to feel now. I always mix up Robinson Crusoe and Swiss Family Robinson. Yeah, well, Swiss Family Robinson just ripped off Robinson Crusoe. Oh, Lindsay's almost a librarian. Katie's a librarian. Ashley's almost there. Welcome, Megan. Okay, now I'm getting distracted and we're eating up reading time. So let's see here. Let's read until 40 because I have a banner for that. And I will put on some music and we can all enjoy the English manner classical beats as we do so. Okay. I have like a few pages left, but how did that go for everybody? There's like a scene in here where they're quoting Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I was trying not to laugh too much because the movie cracks me up so much. Okay, let's see, where was I? Okay, this is going back to the Timeless series. There's a reason she's dating more than one person. They often have a possible interest in each, right, in each different time. Still kind of strange. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Lexi is close to librarian status. Another librarian. Oh my goodness, you guys, Tolkien. Sorry, he's pushing those books out. They're very close to falling. I don't know if I can push them back in. Oh, don't push those ones now. There's a good chance a bunch of books go flying. Okay, so if you just started using Goodreads, that's fair. I think I've been using it since I don't even know, actually. 872, average over 300 books a year, so that won't take long to get up to librarian status. Lexi was enjoying the music I saw. Yes, listening to the music while you unload your groceries. That's perfect. Yes, we are just in and amongst fellow librarians here. I really like this YouTube channel that I get the music from when I'm cooking because it's not my favorite thing to do, but it's nice and chill. Hey, Jess. Welcome. Currently reading Authentically Izzy. Trying to keep an eye on your 9-month-old. Yeah, that's fair. I'm getting a glare here from the sun. Whitney's here. Wait. Oh, okay. That you switched accounts or something there. That's messing me up. Natalia, welcome here. Monty Python. Yeah, it's like the coconut scene, which is hilarious to watch. But then reading the dialogue, it's just like even dumber than watching it, like, because it's so ridiculous. Yeah, I was dying. I need to watch that again. Cookies are out of the oven. Nice. Lessons in chemistry is fantastic so far. I feel like that's just a book that is not on my radar, but I don't know why. I think it's the cover. The cover does nothing for me. It's a romance, so I'll warn you if it gets spicy, which is a pun intended because it has a cooking show element. Nice. I like puns. Got to page 88. Husband kept interrupting you. How dare he? Just kidding. Had to finish evening chores. Listen to the first chapter of 100 Days of Sunlight. A bunch of people have read that book now in the last little bit. Read 20 pages. Catherine read 20 pages. Did not read. Thought about cleaning my house, but actually didn't. Yes, I love that. And yeah, if you want to use the sprints to do other things, I get that. Breaking news, cat pushes things off edge. Yeah. Yeah. 30 pages. Oh, Holly was saying that if you own 1,000 books, apparently that's like librarian status, I think is how she worded it. So she was wondering if you've read 1,000. Oh no, then your house has library status if you own 1,000 books. But if she's wondering if you have 1,000 books read on Goodreads, if that gives you librarian status. But I don't know. We're just having fun. All secretly want to be librarians, except for me, except for the part where you deal with people. No reading. Brother's wife gave birth to me, your newest nephew. Oh, congratulations. Distractions are understandable. Rebecca Got Distracted. Did read a few pages. Only read about 361 books on your Goodreads, but over 1,000 on your TBR. That's like I don't know. We should have a word for that too. I don't use the want to read feature very much on Goodreads, but I probably would be close if I did. Never used Goodreads. I need to use it, and then sometimes I go in and I'm like, oh, I've already read this book. Sometimes I forget. I really enjoyed Authentically Izzy, surprisingly enough. 1290. That's really close to what I said. I think I'm 1230 something. A couple pages in. Hey, a couple pages is a couple pages. My thoughts on Ready Player One. I was really bored for a lot of it. Just general thoughts. I think the 80s gaming stuff, not really my thing. So I found myself speed reading through those parts. But here at the end now, the last 100 pages or so, things are really picking up and more interesting. DNFing lessons in chemistry. Enjoyed it at first, and then there was a point of view that I didn't enjoy. All right. Well, that kind of cements in my already. I don't think I knew anything about it when I decided didn't want to read it. I don't know. Reading Way of Kings. Probably should have started with the shorter Sanderson. Yeah, I was telling my daughter, 'cause she was asking what books I'm looking forward to that are coming out in the next till the end of the year. And I said I'm not looking forward to the next Sanderson Stormlight Archive book because they take so long to read. I love them. I always give them a really good rating. But they take so long, and then it keeps me from other books. But I hope you enjoy it. Aspiring librarian for 1K books on TBR. Yeah, that would be a good one. 60% into what Katie did. 886 books on Goodreads. Gotta join us, librarians. Katie got distracted. We all do. How do you read so much with having more than one child? Well, you said 9 months old, right? That's different. My youngest will be turning 4 next week, so a little bit more self-entertained and doesn't need me quite so much, in some ways. But I don't know, I'm a very fast reader, that definitely helps, and I take a book with me everywhere I go. I do wish when my oldest was young, I wasted a bunch of time, watching TV when I was up in the middle of the night. I wish I would have done audiobooks or ebooks, but I wasn't aware of them at that point. That would have really helped. I did a lot of ebooks in the middle of the night with the almost 4-year-old. I don't know if I retained a ton because she didn't sleep much at all, but I read a lot. I'm sure a lot of us want to be librarians or bookstore owners, but without dealing with the people. Yeah. Although, my one complaint of the library, I've only been to one in Edmonton so far, but you don't deal with the people. It's self-checkout. It's you self-check in your books. There's a lot of librarians walking around, but I don't know what they do other than shelve books. Favorite book lately? Are you asking me what my favorite book lately was? I'll see if I can answer it. I think the best one that just double checking. I think The Heir and the Spare was my last 5-star read that I remember. The best one lately. Don't remember starting with Way of Kings. If fantasy is not your usual genre, Emily would recommend Mistborn, Warbaker, or Tress. Yes, Sanderson has a whole video. Are there short Sandersons? If you want to do sci-fi, the Skyward series is quite short-ish. The books are quite fast to read. And Tress is not that big either. Katie needs to see what's releasing this fall. I love that you can just always count on like another Jamie Jo Wright. Emily loves the Stormlight Archive. I really enjoyed what Katie did. If you, I don't even know, is Ollie's Bargain Outlet, is that like a local thing to you? I've never heard of that. The first half of the book, the main character was kind of annoying, but she has a lot of growth. Legion, that is so good. Yes. So very different. And they are, I guess it's kind of like 3 books in one, 3. Yeah. No one ever talks about Legion, but it's also really hard to talk about because it's so very different. Really, really, really enjoyed that. If you guys don't know, like Legion is it's kind of a mystery type story where the main character, he solves mysteries, I think. I don't remember what he does, but he's really smart and he can't even like deal with his own smartness, so he like creates these personalities or characters for himself, and I like found myself getting emotional about these made up people. The Alloy of Law, first book of Era 2 is pretty short comparably. Yes, I don't remember. I listened to that one, so I don't remember how long it was. Yeah, Mistborn. I started with Skyward, and then Mistborn. So, yeah, if Way of Kings is not your normal length or depth, you can try something else for sure. Everything is automated in my library also. Anytime I've interacted with any of the librarians, they've been very kind and helpful. That's nice. There's been 2 times where I've had to like go to the like customer service desk at the library, and they always seem really weirded out when I want to talk to them. Like, aren't you guys here to help me? They're always like, oh, you want to talk to us? You read all of Lessons in Chemistry and wouldn't recommend it. Overhyped. See, I think that's probably like my turnoff. As soon as I start seeing it on some more popular channels that read more popular fiction, then I feel like it probably has things I don't care to read. Just know Mistborn has a hard magic system with lots of rules. True. But Sanderson does a really good job of explaining it and making it work. That was like pretty much my introduction to fantasy, and I still got it. But she also says it's super enjoyable. Oh, The Emperor's Soul. But that is part of is that part of the Stormlight Archive, or is that I can't remember. I'm looking it up. I will answer my own question. It's in the Cosmere. Oh, it's part of Elantris. Yes. It's part of the Elantris series. Technically, it goes Elantris, The Hope of Elantris, then The Emperor's Soul. The nice thing about the Stormlight Archive is there's lots of stopping points because he has a lot of like interludes and different things. Jamie Jo Wright never disappoints with their twice-a-year releases. They're hard to keep up with. Most anticipated are The Night Guest, Heavenly, and Fury of the Gods. I don't think I've heard of any of those. Everyone's all over the place with Lessons in Chemistry. I'm thinking about having an October Jamie Jo Wright month. Just binge reading a bunch of her books. And yes, this is when when she releases 2 a year, it's easy to get behind. I just brought back the April release, Predicament Avenue 1, Night Falls. Oh man, I just read it like a couple days ago. Brought it back to the library today. I liked Elantris better. I love how everyone's just like got their own opinions. It's good. Ollie's is a chain in the US. Oh, okay. Ooh, Pamela just bought Legion for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. That is a steal of a deal. Such a good book. My husband's sitting next to me. He's very excited about the Sanderson conversation. Hello, Rebecca's husband. Welcome. Welcome. He writes so much, a person could talk about his books for a really long time. And she loved Lessons in Chemistry. We've got the whole spread here, just everywhere. Something just moved in my cart. That was creepy. And it wasn't even the cat. Working through the Cosmere in publication order. That's interesting. I'm just trying to get through them. Like, I still need to finish Mistborn Era 2. And then I think I'm caught up to what he has currently published. I could be wrong. Oh, no. I haven't read The Sunlit Man yet. I wanted to finish Mistborn Era 2 and then read The Sunlit Man. Reika just read... oh my goodness, you guys. My brain is broken. The Frugal Wizard's Guidebook to whatever, that one. The really long title. And she laughed out loud so many times. And I kept saying, like, okay, what part are you laughing at now? Just trying to reread it through her. It was fun. What fantasy book or series would you recommend to someone who doesn't read fantasy to try to win them over to the genre? Okay. I have a video coming out, this is kind of sub-related, on Monday that is no spice fantasy recommendations. Depending what... I think then, like, a medieval fantasy without magic, but where it's, like, set in a medieval fictional kind of world would probably be what I would recommend. 2 that I read this summer that were really great is Heart of Red, Blood of Blue, and that's by Rebecca Belliston, and The Heir and the Spare by Kate Stradling. I think those would be really good. And if you don't give those 5 stars, I would be very sad. Okay, Emily wants to give recommendations too. I still haven't read Legends and Lattes. That's like one of those popular ones that I don't think I'll read. My husband said no character connections and don't overlap. Okay, Emperor Soul. I'm behind on comments. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy is fantasy with romance, and you've got mail vibes. Oh, she had me at you've got mail. Writing it down. In a tiny little sticky note. I'll have to check that out yet. I love how there's like this side conversation about lessons in chemistry going on. It's great. The Memoirs of Lady Trent is Jane Austen meets... Okay. Oh, I didn't leave enough room on my sticky note here. Ooh, The Faithful Spy. That's a good one. And then John Hendricks has another one coming out this fall that's in that same vein. On Tolkien, I think. I am blanking on who it was on. And I'm trying to look it up on Goodreads. Okay, yeah. It's Lewis and Tolkien together. That is coming out. I don't know. Goodreads doesn't say on here, but soon. Reading Tress for in-person book club. Oh, okay. I hope you love it. Realm of the Elderlings. I think I need to try another Robin Hobb. I only read Assassin's Apprentice, and I thought her characters were boring, which I feel bad because I know a lot of people love her stuff, but I also really wasn't reading fantasy then. So maybe if I try it again. Zach says Shadow of the Fox. You've recommended that one to me before. I definitely need to check that out. Catherine says the Heart and Mercy book has spice in it, if she remembers correctly. Thanks for that heads up. Scorpio Races, great mix of light fantasy and historical fiction. Yeah, that's another thing to do is do a historical fantasy. So something like Nadine Brande's, like her Fox or Romanov books. Okay. Clarification. It just keeps going. This is great, guys. Queen's Rising. That's right. Second book is on my shelf waiting for me to read it. Okay. Has anyone read The Frozen River? I have not. So let us know if you have. Hey, Krista. Trying to a chapter of a few, dozing off. It happens. It happens. Plus, you're much later than where I am right now. Emily's read book one of Lady Trent. Okay, so that's a series. Tress is first Sanderson. You own Mistborn Era 1 and 2 and the 4 books of the Stormlight Archives. Well, the Stormlight Archives, I can understand the fear of starting them just because they're so big. But once you fall down the Sanderson hole, you're down there for a while. It's good, but you're down there for a while. Lots of recommendations. Krista read The Frozen River and enjoyed it. Maybe that's where I heard about it. I was thinking I'd heard of the title, but I couldn't remember. And Lindsay read it. There's some extra information there. The Lost Library is a great book, and it's middle grade. Yes. I did not see things coming in that book. Every booktuber who has read it has loved it. Okay, now here's the thing. If Holly enjoyed the Lady Trent trilogy, will I like it or not? It's always the question. We agree on some books. Shadow of the Fox. Okay. Yeah, you've definitely told me about that one, and I had it written down. And then I never got to it. I'll have to try it. Mistborn also loves Tress. Nice. Sounds like she would get along with my 13-year-old. The midwife was a historical figure. Are we talking about the Frozen River? Not sure. Oh, or Lady Trent. Oh, here's Holly's prediction. She doesn't think that I would like it. I think I need to do a whole video of like either will I love these books that Holly loves, or like Holly, you predict whether or not I will love a book. September 24th. Okay. I really need to. Actually, I should request that from my library if they're going to get it, because they don't get a lot of books. Did I read the second book in Winterborn? Yes. I always get Winter House, like the Winter House mysteries, and like Winterborn is by Ali Carter. Yes. I've read it. I don't remember it. It's been a long time now, but My daughter also read your daughter's book and loved it. Oh, that's sweet. My daughter is working on another book. I'm waiting to read. Need to do that video together. Yeah, sounds good. Midway for Frozen River. I did hear an interview with the author on what should I read next podcast. Oh, cool. Cool. So we should do another sprint because I need to read some more tonight. Need to finish Ready Player One. Let's do a short one so that we can do two before I have to get kids ready for bed. So let's sprint until 25. That gives us almost 20 minutes. And I'm just going to quickly... Oh, yeah, we all have time to finish listening to some more English Manor music here. Guys, things are just happening in my book. I didn't want to stop. something bad is happening, but interesting. How did that sprint go for everyone? I finished Ready Player One. I had like 4 pages left. I was right at the end. And then heading back into Where Darkness Dwells. For the most part, I'm very confused because it's the beginning of a fantasy series. So don't really know what's going on, except something bad for somebody. Oh, Tolkien decided to finally wake up. Didn't even knock any books over. Impressive. Found a different spot to lie down. Before, Catherine had said 38 pages of Murder buys a one-way ticket. Catherine read another couple of chapters. Oh, you know what? The cover kind of looks like Andrew Peterson's books. But it is fiction. And I found out that the author is from Saskatchewan. Like, right when I moved there, I finally read a book by someone from Saskatchewan. 18 pages of Wing Feather Book 3. Your cat is so beautiful. I didn't see him come down. He's very beautiful. He's also very, very talkative and meows a lot. Except when he's tired. And now he's very loudly cleaning himself. 22 pages. Morgan cleaned her room. I mean, like, that's good. That's good. Got some reading done. It has some pulled pork tacos. That sounds good. Any fantasy recommendations for an almost 11-year-old boy? 100% the Wing Feather Saga, if he hasn't done those. Well, my 11-year-old also really likes fantasy. He really likes the Amari series. He has been waiting for book 3 to come out because they've bumped it back a couple times, but that's coming out at the end of the month. The first one, I think, is Amari and the Night Brothers. He also enjoyed Percy Jackson for the most part. Yeah, there's a few. I'm sure there's more too. The Wild Robot series. 14% done in what Katie did. 2 chapters. Reading The Canopy Keepers. Cool. He didn't want to say anything before you 0-starred Ready Player One. Oh, this is yes, the Lockwood and Co. series. My son hasn't read that one yet. I read the first one and enjoyed it. Green Glass House. That series. The Winter House series. The Winterborn series. Ranger's Apprentice. My kids never got into that one. We had some, but they never read them. Dishes are done. Well, I bet you it feels good to get that done. Good job, Krista. Gregor the Overlander. Woof. Made it. It was one of Lindsay's son's favorite series. Awesome. That was a lot of recommendations in a short amount of time. Oh, another dishwasherless person. Thankfully, I have a dishwasher. Hopefully, your son enjoys some of those. I'm sure there's a bunch more that I'm currently blanking on, but... Oh, the Chronicles of... I don't even know how to say that, but I know what you're talking about. So I'm not even going to try to butcher it. I shared this when I did my book haul, but this book, every start of every chapter, like the one page is black, which every time I start a new chapter, which is quite frequently, I'm already on chapter 5 because they're really short. I'm just like, this is so fun. It's so different and yet not that different. And it makes me so happy. Oh, now I gotta let Tolkien out. Did I change something? Okay, Kitty's gone. Emily was very productive. Good job. Moving shots for an autoimmune disease. They come to the mail on ice. Interesting. Oh, yes. That from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler is one of those books I remember from school. I'm trying to remember what grade we read it. Grade 4 or grade 5. And I loved it. I made my 11-year-old read it this last year because I just loved it. It's from Walmart. It's really old though. It was like $50 from Walmart years ago. The only thing is I wish I don't know, the middle is open, which is good in theory, but always looks really messy. And Emily was updating her Goodreads. Get that librarian status going. Thanks for coming, Morgan. Glad you could do some reading and some cleaning. Should be doing dishes. Task for tomorrow. Wasn't a fan of Mixed Up Files. When did you read it, Lindsay? Like, I feel like sometimes that also affects things. I, as a kid, had a great home life. So, like, I don't know, this sounds really bad, but like, was kind of obsessed with figuring out how I could make it on my own. Like, so I could picture myself running away to a museum and trying to figure out how to stay there without the people that are cleaning it and stuff noticing. It's not because I actually wanted to run away from home. I just liked thinking about that kind of thing. So that's what I liked. I think I only actually read it once as a kid, just like the one time that we had to read it in school. And then I think when my oldest was younger, we did it together as an audiobook. That was a few years ago. Doing a read along with Nicole. We have to read our birth year. And that is when you have to choose from. Like, I mean, the benefit is, well, first of all, I love that. What year was that written? Now I'm like thinking of a book for my birth year. It's a very, very short book. So if you don't like it, you can get through it quickly. Okay. So you read it as an adult. I think that could affect things. Grew up in a suburb of Chicago. Love the Field Museum. Read it for the first time about a month ago. Yeah, I definitely think it's probably, made for kids. And oh, see, and I am the opposite, Lindsay. I do not, because I could not even fool myself into believing that I would survive in the wilderness. I'd be the first one dead, like I have no thoughts that I would survive very long. So I have to be in a museum or something. Okay, my battery's hopefully gonna last here. Let's do one more sprint. I need to put my kids to bed in about half an hour. So if we do another like 20 minutes approximately, then that will work out really well. I'm going to change the music though. This one, I like the beginning, not the end. Have a good night, Sarah. Hardest reading challenge, it has you read a bestseller from your birth year. Oh, that might be a I don't know, I've never read that one either. I don't know what was written in my birth year. Okay, I'm gonna quickly find a different maybe we'll just go to my favorite one here. Okay, happy reading. Oh, time to finish up. I didn't pay attention to where I started, but I left things at a less precarious position in my book this time, so that's good. I feel like I'm going through this pretty quickly. Usually the beginning especially of a fantasy story takes a little bit to get into the world, but I'm getting into it, and it's got some high stakes, I think, going here. Catherine left us. I need to get kids ready really soon. I wish we had state fairs here. Like, I'm imagining like the Charlotte's Web fair. That's what I imagine. Or county fairs, whatever they are. They look so cool. And you might see a Wilbur. Welcome. We're just about finished, though. Managed to read something out of each of the 3 books you have progress in. Good job. That's always feels good. 88%, 39 minutes left, but listening at 2.5 speed. So yeah, that'll be quick. It's a fairly short little book. So far, Lessons in Chemistry is giving The 7-Year Slip a run for its money as best romance of the year. Random mall parking lot fairs. Not really. Like they're very, very, very rare, if at all. got to page 93 in tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Nice. And we made it through the whole reading sprints without any books falling down. Although some of them are a little bit precarious there. Well, that is all for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I've got my little list of books I need to check out. I plan on I like this. That's a pun. That's not fair. Puns are great. Lawn parties, small fairs for the volunteer fire department for fundraisers. Cool. Made good progress in your book. Might finish it tonight. Any little free libraries since moving? There's one pretty close to me that I've been to a few times. Not much there usually. There's supposed to be another one close, but I can't find it. So I don't. Maybe it moved. And then there's an area close to me that I think they used to have all these newspaper stands that they've converted into little free libraries. I remember seeing that when we thought about moving to that area. And since we've been here, I'm like, I don't know where I found that because I can't find it. Oh, Victoria, I had a rough day. Looked forward to this all day long. I'm glad. And thank you, everyone, for joining in. Plan is to be here again next Thursday until the end of the summer. Same time, same place. I hope you guys all have a good night and a good rest of your week. Take care.